uh, give up 90 through three quarters, and then you don't give up a field goal in the fourth quarter until 30 seconds left. How do what led to that big turnaround?
Increasing our physicality. That was a message at halftime. Just the clips that we watched and what we were seeing in the first half, they were too comfortable. Cunningham's a hell of a player, obviously, and he was going to work a little bit, but we got better as the game went. Jeremy Grant just teeing up shots, pick up points too low, not paying attention to detail on certain guys. And so we wanted to increase our physicality first off. And then we jumped it up a little bit, went after them, and sometimes that sparks some energy with the rotations, blitzing guys taking out of their hands. And so, came at the right time. We can lock in at times when we need to, and to hold them to single digits for the most part in that quarter was impressive, and it came at the right time.
You had another one of those timeouts where you kind of light into your team there. It's becoming your thing, I guess. But I mean, you said coming into the game, we got to match their physicality, and you still gave up 90 points to that point in the timeout. Was there some level of disappointment there about what you guys were able to do? Was there just a lack of focus or anything in the beginning there?
The offensive rebounds are an area that they thrive in. It felt like we gave up 8. Felt like more in the first half, and that's just a physicality thing. They only had 3 in the second half, so we improved as far as that. But our whole defense is based on one-on-one and guarding our man, and it was too many straight line drives, blow-bys, and like I said, low pickup points on shooters where they were too comfortable. So that part took us some time to get there. We showed the clips at halftime, talked about it. We were much better, but sometimes it takes longer than others. It's not going to happen and be pretty every night. But the fact that we can lock in the second half like we did, and they still made some tough shots in the third quarter, but really were huge in the fourth quarter the way we guarded it. And so told the team that's what can be frustrating as a coach, is that you guys can do it, and sometimes it takes longer, but you got to grind out wins, and I think good teams figure out how to get it done.
And this Detroit team, I mean, it's been a thorn in your side for most of the season here, especially the later part. Their core, that it seems like the guys that are making it tough for you, they're going to be here for a while. You look at this team and look at the Pistons and say, this is a team that's going to give us, that could give us problems for as the years go on.
Well, in general, I think they're playing much better. They're healthy. Cunningham has a big part of that. He wasn't healthy early on, and then also just learning the game. You've seen his improvement throughout the year. So they're another big physical team that can match our size. Across the board, they have some big bodies, and they play hard, do offensive rebound, certain things like that. And then you have a young star coming up like that, makes it tough. But they gave everybody problems. They've won 6 out of 9 before tonight, and every other game, the 3 they lost, they were in it or had the lead against Chicago. So they're playing extremely well right now and better at the right time. We caught them later in the season when they kind of figured it out a little bit, but good test for us. The physicality piece, that's where we are, and so we have to embrace that, play through it, and that's how the playoffs is going to be. So it's a nice test late in the season.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you about that. It's like the playoffs is going to be that physical grind it out. So that's kind of what you should be expecting.
Yeah, it's good to see that. And you don't want to easy every night. You have to figure out ways to win and score and defend against certain matchups. And every team has a different style. And so this one, size-wise and physicality-wise, match up well with us. And so, like I said, I'm happy we can figure out how to get it done, keep our composure, play through, and then lock in defensively when we need to.
Thanks.
Got one Zoom question, Coach, from Keith Smith.
Coach, it seems like in games now, the team goes as the three-point shooting goes. What does it say about your guys that you won this game kind of going away late after shooting so poorly from deep?
Yeah, we figure out ways to get it done. I think with how poorly we were shooting tonight, only making 6 for 32, a lot of times earlier in the year, that was, kind of spelled doom for us. And so to score the amount we did, we still had 60 at halftime, 61, whatever it was. And we weren't guarding up to our potential. They had 62, we had 60. So we were still scoring, finding ways to score. It wasn't about that. It was about defense. And like I said, our offense has improved where we're not relying on the 3 as much. We're getting downhill. We got a ton of free throws, 30 tonight. And so guys are figuring it out. And so offensively, we've improved. We're not relying, living or dying on that. And we can always lock in defensively. That's what we did in the fourth quarter.
You made tonight kind of a precursor to Sunday and all the festivities going on with KG. What is it like being a part of all that, but also, I mean, seeing Paul sitting courtside and arguing every single call.
It's a huge weekend, obviously, and legends back in the building, and one getting his number retired, so it's a huge deal. I wasn't here for any of that, but obviously played against him, and the importance of that and the history behind it. And I think anytime our guys can be around and see that and talk to these guys, like Jason did during the All-Star break, is huge. It's we see the banners every day, and keeps you sharp, keeps those expectations in your mind. And I'm locked in during the game, so I didn't see Pierce doing whatever he was doing, but these guys are passionate, and coming back home, they show it.
Do you have to, I mean, I guess most of the KG festivities will happen after the game, but is there anything you say to the guys before to kind of keep their minds focused, or do you need to mention that?
Yeah, we talked about it, about them coming and what the weekend is, but at the same time, we know what's coming up with Dallas and have our challenges there. We didn't look ahead until tonight, but we'll focus on Dallas tomorrow and understand what it is, and it only makes it sweeter after a win. So we'll try to do our part Sunday to make it a better weekend.
Thank you.
Wrap it up right there. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.